Hi, guys. I'm Dr. Charlene Parrish, and you are watching the Ask the Natural Doctor show. Yay! Here I am to talk about what you want to talk about. I'm in Thomasville, Georgia today, so I'm at home. So if y'all are local, come see me. I'm about to go, and for you guys that are from other places, you need to know that I'm going to be in Destin, October, early October, and I'm headed to Atlanta. I think that's the end of September, okay? So I've got those actual dates. So right now, let's talk about what you want to talk. Hit me with your best shot. Yay, Robin. Yay. So this time it looks like it's going to let you come in. How do I do it, I wonder? I think I get to approve. It says it's adding you. I haven't had any luck with this lately, Rob. So yay! 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 I've missed you. Uh-oh. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm hearing you twice. So let me figure out why.
Deal. But you got on your headphones. Y'all stand by. High tech stuff. So y'all, I would call him freaking out because something was wrong. Hi, Bill. Glad you joined us. Robin disappeared. That's not good. But he would say, listen, it's a computer, Dr. Parrish. Of course, it's not going to always work. So we need to remember that we're talking about computers. Bill, do you have a question? Hit me with your best shot. Come on, Bill. You got a question? Okay, guys. So hopefully Robin's coming back. She was getting to hear me twice. There she is. Now let's see if it's, I don't know why it does it that way. It's a different system now. It says that it's adding, so let's see. So how did that do?
Yes, I'm not hearing you twice now.
Yay. And I wonder why the screen is not, see, before you were split screen with me.
I know.
As Will would say,
You didn't change
Dr. Parrish?
You didn't change the word from okay. If you have it side by side, it'll do a split screen, but that's weird. Okay, who knows?
It is weird.
I think this is more normal. Hi, I miss you.
I miss you terribly, and I'm glad you got to go to the beach. I'm glad
it was
you got
good.
to go to the beach. Yeah, and had the dissertation come. I know people are waiting for us to talk about something important, but this is important to us. Did you get through?
I'm almost done.
Yay, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. Did you hear what I did? Do you remember what I did my dissertation on for my doctorate?
I do not remember.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I know. Kudzu. Yeah.
Kudzu. And the professors actually wrote back how much they loved it. Because instead of me doing it like I was supposed to, I did it like a story. So it's like a whole story about the little girl in the old Chevrolet with her face up against the anyway, I really, really, really want it. Robin y'all, I just called Robin and asked her if she'd come on live with me because I got something heavy on my heart and it's left over from last week. I don't know where everybody is, but I know y'all watch this recorded. So, hi, Mal. Glad you joined us. Yeah, Mal is such an encourager. I got Robin on, and what I want to talk about, Mal, and I know you want to talk about this, and y'all need to all be very grateful for Preston because he frees up my brain just enough that I'm able to think a little clearer. But this morning I called Robin because I want to talk about, I tried to call Bill Stanton, and I even tried to call Michael. Hi, Martha. Glad you joined us. But what I want to talk about is the lymphatic system because I'm so frustrated, and I know that when I say lymphatic system, everybody's thinking about. I mean, Robin, I think even you were thinking about. We're talking about. We're still talking a pandemic, I guess, and we're talking about a whole lot of people being full of a lot of toxins. So the lymphatic system is important for everyone. But specifically, what's got my heart heavy right now is I have some really sick people, Robin. I have some really sick people that I know that we have been. What is that clicking in the background, baby? Sounds like, oh, sounds like something's hitting.
Did it stop?
Huh?
Did it stop?
It did. Maybe. Can y'all hear it too? That's so weird. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, I'm frustrated because I know that we're killing cancer, both with biomagnetic pairing, and those of you who are watching right now know what I'm talking about. And those of you watching later, you need to go look me up and find out what I'm talking about. But you know, and the pop to sun and the CoQ10 and all the things I've done nutritionally, 40 years nutritionally. But people, hi, Eric. Boy, I'd love to hear what you have to say on this. Please jump in, Eric. I know I'll try not to put you on the spot again like I did before, but I'd like to know your school of thought. I'd like to know your school of thought on it. Eric is actually a medical doctor and a friend of mine and someone I trust and someone who thinks outside the box. And those of you locally, if you can get to him, then you need to, because he's worth that. He's also a friend of mine. But Eric, what we're talking about is the lymphatic system. I'm frustrated because I'm seeing results. Nutrition, you know I know my nutritional stuff, Eric. You respect that. But what's happening is that the people are still not making it. And that's freaking me out because I'm doing everything I know for the lymphatic system. And I've said to a couple of physician friends, why can't we figure out the lymphatic system? They go, because we thought you were going to figure that out. I'm like, okay, I'm sending people to get lymphatic massage. I'm doing lymphatic products that I know, Robin. You know I know, and we'll get back to that because I need y'all to shop at Sweet Hazel's. And y'all need to know that we mail order all over the country for free. So there's no reason for you not to take advantage of me knowing my stuff. But there's got to be a lot more to the story. Robin?
So, well, one of the foundational theories in naturopathy is that all disease is essentially caused by toxemia or some level of toxins in the body. And those toxins can come from emotions and beliefs and spiritual stuff. So it's not all just nutrition, it's a variety of things. And that's a holistic mindset. So our body is so well designed with detox in mind. I mean, let's look at our body. We have all these organs that were designed to get rid of toxins, our skin being the largest one, right? So we have our skin.
7 channels of elimination. 7 channels. People only think about pooping and peeing.
Right.
They don't think about those other 5 channels of elimination.
Right. So we've got our breath, and I won't talk about masks, okay, because that's not what this show is about. We've got our breath, we've got our skin, we've got our lymph system, we've got our pooping. So what happens is if any of those are not working, then, and they kind of work synergistically. So if any of those is not working, the toxins are not getting flushed. We were well designed to get rid of toxicity. We just have blockages that are keeping us from doing that. One of the things that makes the lymph system unique is that it does not have an automatic pump like the heart does. It relies on gravity. And so when we have this sedentary lifestyle, for example, and even with, let's just say with COVID, right, with quarantining, the average person who maybe even just the amount, all the exercise they got every day was to get up, get dressed, get in their car, drive to work, go up a flight of stairs, go leave for lunch. And that may be all the movement they got. And now they're working from home and they're sitting in front of a computer all day. We're not even talking about EMFs and the effect on the body, right? But just that much change in a sedentary lifestyle can totally shut down and block the lymph flow. And what the lymph system is designed to do is filter the blood. It pulls the toxins out of the blood. That's what the spleen's job is. It pulls the toxins out of the blood and then flushes them out of the body. And, you know, it says in scripture, the life of the flesh is in the blood. Our blood is one of the most important things to measure our health. And so if the lymph isn't flowing, it's not pulling the toxins out of the blood to get rid of them. And then if it's blocked or sluggish, it's not flushing them out through the other elimination places, the skin, the bowels, the kidneys. So the lymph just really matters, and we just don't talk about it. We don't talk about it because it's just not your obvious, everybody, common knowledge type of thing. But one of the most you know, simple things. It's really just some kind of up and down type of exercise, bouncing on a little trampoline. If you can't do anything else, go. It's the best one.
You know that's the best one, Robin. And that's why I'm frustrated. And I know you know the backstory that I did lose my father. And I've actually lost two people that I know that the cancer was gone. And yet the lymphatic system, hi, Albert, glad you joined us. The lymphatic system wouldn't get rid of it. But he was jumping on the trampoline, you know. And I know that we're talking pancreatic cancer. So I know. And yes, Eric, I know you're not supposed to treat your family. I know all that stuff, but it's not the first person and it's not the last person that I'm losing because of the lymphatic system. But Robin, what you're saying about jumping up and down, I really did my research on figuring out which rebounder. You know, my friend Bill Stanton, I feel, is one of the smartest people that I know, and he's been using a rebounder for, I think he said 47 years, something crazy. And I found that the one that you can buy from Walmart with the side things is just as good as the really expensive ones.
True.
But I'm trying to make a point about something. I'm glad you brought up the rebounder. But I spent my whole, I can't even say adult life, because I can remember third grade when they were trying to make me be still in the choir. But you know that rocking, and you know that we're not supposed to do that. I mean, when we're speaking, y'all know I talk about that all the time, that I try not to stand there and do this and mess with my hair the whole time on Facebook. But what they told me was that even that, I'll never forget that naturopath saying that to me like 35 years ago. When I'm standing there talking and I'm leaning back and forth and rocking, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm rocking. And she goes, well, you'll never have trouble with your lymphatic system. Well, I know it's not that simple, Robin, but you are indeed making it simpler, and I like that. Because people need to know that basically, yes, as crazy as that sounds, it is stimulating my lymphatic system.
And, you know, and I think one of the things, even just, you know, years ago when you had carried all that extra weight, you could do pool aerobics. You could exercise in the pool, and you did up and down motion. So weight is not a block for circulating lymphatic system. The second option for people that may have a limitation to that is to learn how to do lymph brushing. And it works. It's a systematic, it requires some structure and some discipline, but it basically stimulates the flow of the lymph system by using the equivalent of like a horse brush in certain motions and directions on your skin. The brushes are about $5. You can go to YouTube and pull up a YouTube video on how to do lymphatic brushing. Anybody can learn to do it in about 10 or 15 minutes. You just have to be disciplined to do it every day. And so that is a secondary thing for whatever people who may have an aversion to exercise or just can't do it for some reason. There's other ways to do it before you go to the expensive lymphatics, massage, or even the frequency machines that get your lymph unblocked using energy frequency. So, there's a number of ways to do it. So
I would like to say, and this is an actual paid political announcement here, guys, because I do need you to shop at Sweet Basil's. I do have really good results with my lymphatic drainer product. That is an inexpensive homeopathic, so it's only $20 and something, maybe $21. But we're cycling right back around to where we were last week and the week before, that I feel it's like really, really important for everybody to do detox and cleanse.
Yeah.
I do. I feel like that's
absolutely
really important. But you're right to bring up the brushing, because see, I forgot about that brushing. Robin, and that used to be a really big deal. I wonder what effect the infrared sauna has on the lymphatic system.
It's a good question, and I would venture without knowing for a fact to say it does have a beneficial effect, because it gets deeper than just the skin. It goes into the cellular level, and it opens up the cells on a cellular level. So it's a good question. It may pull some toxins out through lymph by doing that, but ultimately the lymph is a river in your body that one obviously needs to be hydrated to run. Runs through the fascia and through, it doesn't have blood vessels like the blood does, but it's a liquid flushing system. You can hear it.
It doesn't have a pump. It
doesn't have a pump, right?
Well, let's talk about the water for a second. And Tammy, you jump in if you got something you want to say. But about the, and Eric hadn't answered us back yet, so there's no telling what he's up to. He could be playing the piano while he's watching us trying to figure this out. Well, I was about to ask something that was very specific about how. Oh, I know that, you know. I wonder what effect other forms of exercise. Are you looking up something, Robin? Because Tim, I'd like to know your opinion on that too. We're talking specifically about the lymphatic system. And Robin brought up the fact that we have all these channels of elimination and that we all need to be doing that detox and cleanse. Is it detox and cleanse, Preston, or cleanse and detox? Oh, it's cleanse and detox, excuse me. But really, I'm not talking about a product here. Okay, Robin, I know that you're like, think about it. See, cleanse and detox. Everybody should do it, in my opinion. But Robin, is there something specific, because I haven't researched that before, but is there something specific about the lymphatic system and the emotion that's attached to the lymphatic system?
Not specific. Not specific. Not specific. There can be. I'd have to pull up something about the spleen and certain emotions with the spleen. There's probably spleen emotions, but I will say that I've had people, when they do a liver cleanse, have unexplained anger. So just remember, emotions are toxins. They're stored in our organs, energetically and physically. And when we cleanse, it's very common correlatively for people to have emotions coming out, and they're unconnected to particular events that they can identify. So those toxins, emotional toxins, are being released from the body. So yes, every organ stores toxins, stores emotions. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure what the spleen is responsible for, but we know, again, the lymph is really, really responsible, involves the white blood cells, and it is big time responsible to have to also do with healing and immune system. So it's also part of the system that sends the white blood cells to where they need to go in the body. And so if it's not working, it's not just dumping toxins, but it's also about the immune system's way of transporting white blood cells to the different organs of the body in addition. So it does two things: floods the cells with the white blood cells and gets rid of toxins, filters out toxins in the blood. So it's an important part of the immune system, you know, as well. And so again, you know, you talk a lot about immune products, and you know, the way to stay well, frankly, is simple, in the sense of it's keep free of toxins, eat all the right things, put all the right supplements in your body that keep your immune system healthy. And that's the simple formula or simple answer. It's obviously a little more complicated than that, but those are, you know, basically the two, what we're looking at. Body was designed to get rid of toxins that make us sick. Putting the things the body needs in there to keep the immune system strong. It can fight anything. It was designed to fight anything. So
Martha's making the statement that she noticed that her emotions changed when she started doing mainly plant-based. Of course, everybody's different about that. Martha, if I do mainly plant-based, and it's a perfect example, Robin's a different blood type than I am. And when we go
her emotions will change, but not in a good way.
It's like you take my meat away, and I'm like, you know, I want to kill someone. And it's funny because, see, Robin is an A blood type, and she's basically supposed to be vegetarian, as well as beans and seafood. And so consequently, when we go on vacation together, it's like, oh my God, you know, so we do a lot of seafood. But yes, Martha, everybody's different, but it's really good that you're able to like identify. But then, you know, it's not necessarily a good thing either. And I think that's the point Robin was making. And y'all know how I feel about that I think out of everything I've read and studied and all over all these almost 40 years, I can tell you that I don't think the same diet is right for everyone. I don't. But I see that what I've decided over all these years is that eating right for your blood type does appear to be the best one. I had a lady in here the other day, and I said, did you ever, are you old enough to remember Atkins? She goes, oh my gosh. She said, I was on Atkins when I think she said she was in high school, and her parents got really upset because she dropped 20 pounds like overnight. And I said, yeah, so you're O blood type, right? And she goes, how'd you know that? I said, because Atkins, I said, that's the exact perfect example of what we're talking about. One
Yeah.
shoe does not fit all. It
Right.
just doesn't.
Okay, so let me just say what infrared allows the body to sweat while it's in parasympathetic nervous system mode, which is your calming down. Toxins are being sweated out. The circulation, release of toxins, the regeneration tissues, and the heat all work together to improve lymphatic flow.
Yeah, yeah. So we
So
were right.
yeah.
Yay,
Mm-hmm.
so Martha, you're B negative. So your meats are just weird. Your meats are just weird, you know. And but the good news is you're saying plant-based, plant. Robin, it's real loud, whatever it is.
The ice cream man is driving by.
Ah! Oh my God! You know how much I love that song. My favorite song. We're sitting on the beach one day, and I think that I don't remember where it was. Robin, I think it was actually Mexico Beach. We're sitting on the beach, and I hear the song, and I go, "Oh, my favorite song." And Robin's like, "I don't hear a song. I just hear the ice cream truck." And I go, "Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. It does remind me. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Mel is miserable with the heat, and Mel's miserable with the heat. I was going to say that for those people that don't have access to an infrared sauna, um, and don't get to go to the beach with their girlfriends, Robin, um, I really feel you should take your little $20 trampoline outside and jump up and down outside for 20 minutes. I do. I feel strongly about that. Okay, Martha, about your blood type. You're the only blood type that's actually allowed to do dairy. So basically, I kind of like want to smother you. But your meats themselves were kind of weird. I think the only one that was like normal was turkey, if I remember correctly. But then you had a whole bunch of other food. Like your number one food is beets. I do remember that, Martha. I do remember that the number one thing was beets. Okay. Do we have anything else to say? Because I don't like to just.
One other, there's a lymphatic breathing. So there's certain breath connect with minor motion.
Yes, yeah. Don't let me get off before I tell you about the second part of that apoptosin product. I really feel strongly about it now. But talk about lymphatic breathing, because probably none of us do that, right?
Well, I would say you'd, again, just go on YouTube or Google and put lymphatic breathing technique in, and it'll pull something up that just, step one, step two. Well, so what it does, it puts pressure on the diaphragm, which is really where the center of your lymph is in that area, and that's where the locus is, and so it kind of helps push the lymph through with pressure,
like a pump, like you're saying,
like a pump, right? Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the physiological explanation of it. But yeah,
that's really interesting. I wish I had gone and checked it out before we got live on Facebook, guys. Sorry, but that's okay. I don't pretend for a second. And you love what? Beets? Yay, yay. I'll never forget. I know you've heard this story. I'm not sure that people live on Facebook have heard it. But it was back when we were in the big space, and I had someone sitting in front of me. I had two people sitting in front of me, and my manager comes in and very rudely, without even saying excuse me, and that's not like her, walks in front of them and comes around me and pushes the button and says, "You talk to her. I can't understand anything she's trying to say." And I get the scientist from the apoptosin people, So it's the science, and I got this weird ability. Eric, you know it too. Damn it, y'all know it. Y'all know it about me. You can just talk stuff up here, and then I can walk away with every fifth word and tell you what you said. It doesn't make sense that I got that ability, but I'm grateful for it. So I'm listening to this lady she sounds like she's from Germany or something, and we're asking her, what is the purpose of the brain sharpener product? We understand the apoptosis. I don't even understand the word, Eric. Apoptosis. That apoptosin is claiming to have that strong of an effect on the immune system. But I'm trying to figure out why the brain sharpener. And And so she's talking and I can't get, and finally I said, okay, thank you so much, and hung up. And she said, there's no way that you understood what that scientist said. And I said, well, basically what she said is that getting rid of the cancers, killing the cancer is one thing, but getting it out of the body is something else. Well, so
Right.
that's when I stopped and went, okay, what are you saying? What getting it out of the body is something else. The brain has to tell the body to get rid of it. Okay? Does
Right.
infrared work for folks whose nervous system is always in overdrive? What about the brushing? I don't know, Martha. I don't know. Seems chemical to me. Actually, you know what it seems to me? You know what it honestly seems to me? It honestly seems like it's electromagnetic frequencies. It actually seems like EMFs to me, Martha. The only time I've seen people that did not respond 100% to the homeopathics or the herbal approach that I took, or um, you want an ice cream, man. I love it. Um, the only people I've ever seen that didn't respond properly to that, there was a little more to the story going on, and I think that it might have to do with smart meters and Wi-Fi's. And Robin, a couple of weeks ago, I tried to talk about that, and every time I would say 5G, I'd get knocked off.
So just to give a plug for your cleanse and detox, I use muscle testing with my clients, and I use products, not all the products you have at the health food store. And I will tell you that product muscle tests more often than any other thing I carry. And I have good response to it. And I think one of the reasons too I like it is because it's easy. It's prepackaged. People just have to remember to take the packages and follow the directions. And so kind of anybody can do it.
I also like the fact you don't have to fast. I
Right.
like the
Or,
fact you
or,
don't
or
have to
drink drink a half a cup of olive oil and grapefruit juice and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, that just reminded me of something funny. I know I shouldn't interrupt you while you're giving me a plug. But back in the big store, I can remember when the Mennonites were standing there in front of, I don't remember who was sitting there. I swear, I think it was Whitney, was sitting there. And I said, oh, Carlson says great lemon flavor fish oil, cod liver oil, great lemon flavor. And I go, oh, let's try it out. And I pop it open and I let out this stream of cuss words in front of all these Mennonites. They're laughing so hard. They are bright red. All of them are bright red. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but they're lying. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah. No, I can't do those crazy things. And also people that think about doing a detox and cleanse, Robin, they're thinking about that. They're thinking about just going to the bathroom.
Right,
They're
right.
not talking about those 7 channels of elimination.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
So
And
I even get
I
people.
do test the brain. Is the brain able to? And just one of the things, again, another plug, one of the things that will keep the body from the elimination working is if your cells are not in right spin. And so, the biomag helps correct the cellular spin because it's an electromagnetic issue. And it's one of the things that people can do to correct their cellular spin so that the cells themselves have to be able to dump toxins. And if the cells are not in right spin, then they're not being able to dump toxins or eliminate. So again, the biomag on a cellular level has a whole other impact as well.
Yeah, I started to call you. I did a yeah, y'all get to watch how Robin and I interact. I did a friend, a close friend, has had some serious issues physically, and she can't get to me. So I was willing to try to do it energetically. And it just made me sick as a dog, Robin. It's funny that I didn't call you because I didn't know you were at the beach, but I didn't feel like I was supposed to call you. It was weird. And I was talking to Bill Stanton anyway, and I asked him, I said, about biomag right now, Bill. I'm talking about energy medicine, and you know a lot about energy medicine. I'm saying that I just used myself as a surrogate and did biomag on myself. And Robin, it made me sick as a dog. It was weird. It was weird. I have no
Hmm.
idea. It's very
Just may have
seldom
been
that
too
Robin has
much.
fun.
Just too
Yeah,
much. It threw you
that's
into a detox. Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Bill Stanton was real quick to tell me. He was real quick to tell me, and it was really sweet. He was real quick to tell me, that well, he said I made him sick as a dog, and and that nothing worked better for him than Biomac. But I guess I can't be a surrogate for you guys. Well, thank you, Robin. Thank you,
Not
Robin.
in
I
that
love
area
you.
anyway.
Yeah. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure and share with your friends. Okay. Save your questions, and we'll see you next week. God bless you. Thanks again, Robin. Bye bye.
Bye. Love you.